Hi guys, back on the bank, and pretty standard stuff really this afternoon. Just come out for a couple of hours, but I've predominantly come out to test just the setup because I've re-spooled, put a new set of braid on. Because the last session I noticed the braid was getting very, very worn, and I think actually I've not changed it since getting this reel. So I've probably had the braid on there for probably the best part of 12 to 18 months. I've turned it a couple of times, but yeah, it's been on for a while. So anyway, I've changed braid. I'm using a Suffix braid now. I've not used this before. I usually use Power Pro, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm just going to do a little bit of light standard stuff really. A few casts, see if there's any fish about. A boat's just gone through, so there's an awful lot of colour in the water. So yeah, we'll have a go and see what happens. So hope you enjoy the video, guys, and we'll catch you on the bank soon. Let's have a few casts just here. Oh, it's not a perch. That's why we That's why we have little traces on these lures when we use them. It's a little jack. It's not very big, but I can feel that it's strong, so I'm gonna just let it play out a little bit. Don't want it to do too many twists and turns in the net if I can help it, so I want to get that out and then unhooked as quickly as possible. Look at those teeth. That's just hooked in the scissors, so it's nice and easy to unhook. Just get the braid from around it. It's not a bad size. It's quite a long pike. Lots of very sharp teeth. There we go. Fishing next to bridges. Off he goes. Oops. Looks like there's probably a few snags down here. Oop, what's that? Blimey, that's another little torpedo. A little torpedo jack, look. Barely hooked again, right in the scissor. Oh, perfect. Just about see there's a few little hazel branches just sticking out over there, which will happily accept my lure and get me cut off again. Oh! Oh, what was that? Was that a little pike? Oh! There's a fish. It's going to be a little pike, isn't it? Yep. Looks like it's probably well hooked. Let it play out a little bit. Around this way. Not quite ready yet. Plenty of energy at the moment, these fish. Is it going to shake itself off? Nope, don't think so. That's why these little traces are so important. Oop. Don't go under there. There we go. You can feel the... Ooh. When they're moving around like that, you can feel the kind of the teeth on the trace. And so what I don't want, obviously, is that that on the braid. Right. Ooh. This is a job for the slightly longer forceps. Trying to give a nice tight hold of this fish. Oh, it's so slippy. Oh, that's it. It is a bit more difficult when they are smaller. There we go. I think my line has gone through the net, so I'm not going to mess that up, but it's another nice little jig. Get that straight back. Off it goes. So it's obviously easy for the fish to pick up, but yeah, oh, what we got now? Blimey, another one. And of course, as soon as you downsize, you're with the nausea. You've got a good chance of catching pretty much anything, really. Go on, unhook yourself. Nope. Oh, excellent. That worked well. What we got in the net there? Quick look and get it back. Tiny little pike. Whoa. It's that little... it's a little pike. I thought that was a... Hey, perfect. For a moment I thought that was my big perch, but not to be. I'll stand a little bit further back from the edge. Very surprised if there wasn't a colour around here somewhere. Whoa! Oh, blimey, that hit hard and fast. Bloody hell, that woke me up. So much energy, look at these fellas. It's not a big fish. Not at all, a couple of pounds maybe, but just very, maybe, well, it could be a bit more this one, might go a bit bigger. Didn't like the sound of my net. What hit that was awesome. And it's just caught in the side as well, which is perfect. Hey. This one could be a bit bigger, to be fair. Come on, let me get hold of you. Oh no, I knew he was going to do that. That's it. It's only just caught in the lip. But of course, as soon as it does that little death roll, the jig head gets caught in the net. There we go. It's unhooked. It wasn't too bad at all. Let's look at that one. That's a decent sized canal jack there. It's got some of its tail missing. Looks like it's probably been in the walls a bit. Just get that one out. Off he shoots. Okay, so that did look like a particularly good spot for a fish. Let's try here as well. Again, the watercolour now is pretty much ideal for lures. It is tinted, but it's still see the lure fairly easily. That's probably the biggest fish, biggest pike I've had out of this stretch for a little while. I mean, it's not massive, but that one probably at the 60 centimetre range, and it's probably touching 3 pounds, that one, I guess. So it's a little bit bigger. Not going to be monsters, but you don't need them to be on the light gear. It does demonstrate the point though around whoa, blimey. I was going to say, it does demonstrate the point about having to have a trace, which is important. Goodness, they're fired up. So this one's just caught in the lip again, I can see it. So I want to keep it out. There's a few little reeds and snags around the edge, so I'm just going to try and keep it out of those. But look at that, guys, the energy. Let's get him in the net. Get all that one fairly quickly, don't want it turning in the net. Just hooked ever so slightly, and that is a lovely looking fish. Bit chunky than the last one. It's still covered in leeches though, so it's sitting on the bottom. These fish are really hitting the lures hard. So visibility, anything that's sitting underneath should pick up the lure fairly easily if there's anything there. Yep, there we go. I thought something had to go before. It's a tiny pike. I'm going to net it just because it is tiny. I don't want it to turn in the net, but it's only just hooked in the lip. So hopefully we can get that one unhooked very quickly. Oh, because they're so tiny, they're difficult to get hold of. There we go. That is a micro pike. Off you go, goose. Hi guys, that's pretty much the end of another session, which was primarily for me just to check out the new braid that I'd spooled on. It's a thin excuse, isn't it? But yeah, check out the new braid I'd put on, which is the Suffolk braid, which is an 8-pound braid versus the Power Pro 10 pounds. I think this is 3.7 kilos versus the 5 kilos that I've had on before, and also a much lighter trace. I'm using an 8-pound break-in strain trace here, so it's an overall lighter presentation. Have to say, very easy. This braid does somehow feel a bit smoother, the Suffolk versus the Power Pro. I don't know whether it's better yet. I mean, I've not caught that many fish on it. I've had quite a few this evening, but difficult to compare just after one session. But it does feel smooth in the cast, I have to say. So yeah, it does have that going for it. And the colour, I mean, the water has been pretty murky this evening, so the colour won't make any difference anyway. But yeah, no, good first impressions, and I can never say enough good things about these little vibro worms, these little shads, perch and pike. They always do really well for me. So yeah, if you get a chance to pick any of those up, little white vibro worms, can't really go wrong with those. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Anyway guys, a few fish on the bank. I'm going to have a few more casts, head back to the car. So yeah, if I encounter anything else, I'll stick it in the video as well. But hope you enjoyed it guys, and catch you all back soon.